Magic Makers. I'm Mom Birella.
I'm Yukita Cosplay.
And I'm CJ Peterson. Welcome to Magic Making Mischief. Well, get your wands to the ready because we solemnly swear we're up to no good. And we are up to no good with a fellow cosplayer and an artist, Miss Elena Lorenzo, aka Dragoony Lad.
Yes.
So welcome.
Hello.
So we're excited to have you here. One thing that you guys have somewhat in common is that they're all going to be at Comic Conroe on March 8th through the 10th, which Mombi, I believe we're going to be doing. You guys are going to be doing some.
On Saturday, we have the, wait, what are we calling it, Yukita?
Magic Makers Meetup.
There you go.
Oh, so
And
cool.
it is a Harry Potter themed cosplay meetup. So come take pictures, have fun, say hi.
Grab your wands.
Finger wands.
Oh, join in the raffle too, because we're gonna be giving away a really cool thing. But you have to get raffle tickets, and in order to get a raffle ticket, you have to show that you follow all of us on social media, and then we will write your name on the raffle ticket, and it'll get you one ticket. Okay, just one.
So you don't even need to buy anything. You just need to follow.
No, just follow us. That's it.
That's
For
like easy peasy.
Super easy. Super easy peasy.
So, Ms. Lorena, you've been to Comic Conroe for multiple years, correct?
Yes, I have been to it. This is going to be my third year attending, but this time I will have a booth there. It'll be an artist booth there. So that's my third year of going to Comic Conroe.
Awesome. The first time we ever met was actually, I believe, at Kimo Kawaii.
Yes.
And you were doing free sketches in the Persona 5 style.
Yes. I assume
people there in the guest
like this guy right here.
You gotta put him in front of you.
You gotta come. Yep, you gotta come closer so we can see. We got the green screen hitting it.
There you go.
Oh, there we go.
I see.
Actually, I have the one that you did for my daughter. I found it today.
Oh, that's cute.
How cute!
And she had all the hair clips in the kawaii style, so that was so cute. That was so perfect.
Yeah, we love that.
I've improved a lot since then.
Yeah,
I
have. This is the one that she did of me. I love it.
Nice.
Whoa,
that's good. The Art of the Ride says Comic Conroe sounds fun, and it will be at the Lone Star Convention Center in Conroe, Texas, March 8th, 9th, and 10th.
It is fun.
The second weekend of March.
Hello.
Yes. And I did get it confirmed today that I'll be able to have a table, so we'll set up the green screen and maybe we can get some really neat pictures over there. I don't know. I have my Slytherin robe. It's green. I don't guess I can take green screen pictures in that, but I'll figure something out.
So I have sad news. I'm not going to make it to Comic Conroe this year. This is my first year for missing it. So,
So sad.
Is it going to do it?
No, it doesn't do it.
We learned to do it. CJ does
We
it.
learned a new trick on
I
it.
really point at the camera, I guess.
There we go.
Oh, there goes.
There it is.
Sad.
The magic
gives these
again. I'm
emojis.
with the magic. I've got the magic up here.
It only does the emoji stuff for CJ though, so it's like nobody else can get it to do it.
Marissa says hi, and Jeremy says hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hey.
Yeah, now we
And-
figured out that
Greetings
this.
and salutations.
He should be there with one of the groups. And
Oh
Marissa
yeah,
and I
Jeremy.
actually met at Eastern Room, so she's
Keenan
such a sweetheart.
4321 says hi.
Yay.
All. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
So, Elena, you are also a cosplayer, correct? Jeremy said he'll be there.
Yay.
Can you tell us what you've cosplayed, how you got started in it, and that sort of thing?
Well, I am a cosplayer, but I can honestly say that I normally buy my cosplays. I'm very passionate about it. It's just I do not have the patience to sew for the life of me. So
I
ever
feel
since
ya.
I started cosplaying, it's always just been me just mostly just purchasing cosplays because it's just really fun to do it. And honestly, I can't wait to cosplay again. It's been a while. I've been getting this itchy feeling in my head. I'm like, I want to cosplay. I really do. It's been a long time. I only do cons, however, but yeah, honestly, well, this year, actually, I did do a big investment on a cosplay, actually, too. I actually did a commission to this cosplay maker called GNG Cosplay, and she's gonna do 2 really big, like, actual sewn, like not the ones that you can just get like from China from Easy Cosplay or other. Like this is actually cosplay maker. She's making it for me, GNG Cosplay, and she's doing Bakugo from My Hero and
Nice.
Arena from Persona 5. So I'm looking forward to getting those because I've seen her work. She's really great. And
The
actually, she's in Ukraine right now. She's a Ukrainian
Oh.
cosplay maker, and
Ooh,
Oh, very cool.
Wow.
had really good reviews. I got suggested to her by I think his social media name was Jay Himi or something like that. He bought from her at Delta HCon, and he was Shoto from My Hero Academia. And I was like, "Where did you get that jacket? That jacket looks really good. It's like the My Hero uniform jacket." And he's like, "Yeah, GNG Cosplay made it for me." And I was like, "Oh, give me her number. I like it."
Well,
Because
I can honestly say that buying one, there's nothing wrong with that. Don't stress on
nothing
it.
wrong.
Me
No,
and
no.
like the bobbin in a sewing machine just have always been, it's been my nemesis. We're arch enemies. We don't get along. So I buy my stuff, or I have wonderful people like Mommy who helps me with one of them. So don't feel bad or feel, less than if you bought it versus make it.
Cosplay is
Okay.
cosplay,
Some
bro.
of us
It's
are
fun.
not as talented as say
Oh.
Mombi or
Oh my gosh. I was gonna say, right now I've been sharing about, I'm making this Rosetta from Pixie Hollow, the Tinkerbell movies cosplay, and I am dying right now, honestly. CJ says one day, she goes, if I could sew it, I'd make mine. I'm like, no, if I
You
could buy it,
understand.
I
You
would buy
understand
it right
now.
now.
You
Oh my
understand
gosh.
now. Making Dolores' skirt was quite blood,
Yeah.
sweat, and tears as well. So yeah.
See, Yukita
I
and
have
Mommy both,
pricked my fingers
they're
more this
creative
week.
enough to do so and don't fight with their sewing machines. But
I actually
people
like
I
do.
wouldn't
sewing
say
a
that.
lot.
I don't.
And the
Jeremy
sewing
said
machine
it's
fights with me. It picks the
Facts.
fights.
It's made by someone.
yeah.
Facts.
Jeremy says
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
made by someone, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
So yeah, some of us are not like Mombi and Yukita who have a love relationship. I have a hate relationship. It hates me. I hate it. So I buy it or have friends who love me.
Hand sewing and machine sewing are two different beasts, but once you learn both of them, they're great.
Mm-mm.
It did it.
I do not hand sew. I do.
What computers do
No,
y'all
I'm so
have?
jealous. What? No.
Do
Is
you
it
have a
the
MacBook
laptop?
too?
She. Oh no. It just
Elena,
works
do you have a
really nice.
MacBook?
She
Is
got
that
the
what
heart.
this is? Is
See?
this an
She
Apple
did it.
thing?
yeah.
I'm jealous.
You do this? I think. There you go.
It so works for you. No.
I know. Even though I have a green screen, I didn't think it'd work.
No way.
No.
It never works for us. It never works for us.
Do you have
So,
a MacBook,
well,
Elena? Is that why?
Yes, I do.
That's why.
Maybe
Oh,
that's
they
what
are
it is.
brand
Yep.
snobs.
Ah,
Apple
ah.
products.
Oh,
Okay,
how
listen,
rude.
between Microsoft and Apple, as an artist, when
There's
it comes to
no-
like stuff with Photoshop and Illustrator, I'm sorry, Microsoft, but Apple is better.
Hands
In
down.
my opinion. But in 3D
Okay.
stuff like gaming, that's when PCs rule the best. Sorry. In my experience, this is just my opinion. Don't sue me.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Speaking
Whatever
of
works.
art, speaking of
Mhm.
art, okay, so your character is behind you right here, and this is your original character stuff, and they're so cute.
My
So
dragon.
tell us, how did you come up with this idea?
Well, basically, I have always had a passion for dragons, and actually, it started with Spyro games. When I was a little kid, my brother and I had like a GameCube, and we used to play Spyro: A Hero's Tale like 50 times. It was such a fun game, and it got me into like, oh, I love dragons. They're mythical. They're so cool. Of course, some people consider them as like, the creatures of evil and all that stuff. But then what boosted even more of that passion of dragons was How to Train Your Dragon. Because How to Train Your Dragon, it went from like showing that these guys are not demons, they can also be
They're
good,
pets.
like
Right.
good creatures.
They're cute.
Which
We
is
love
like,
those
this is why I created my little Dragoony, because I wanted to show that not every creature also is evil. Like, you got to see the good in everything, even if something looks demonic or bad or scary. So that's kind of where yeah, my Dragoonie, I was just one of these days, I was just grabbing my pencil and I was like, cool. Yeah, I'll maybe add a smile, roundness, because when it comes to characters, I have learned that the more round a character is, the more like soft and approachable it is. It's like it's a character design aesthetic that the more round a character is, it's more approachable, like more not so dangerous. Other
So
like
kind of
characters-
like us humans who are a little bit more fluffy, we're more approachable. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes. Fluffy.
fluffy with love. as Smart
Round.
people say.
We're more round.
Well, they're more emotionally well-rounded. So
There you
they're, you know.
Makes us
I
more
mean, look at
approachable.
Kirby. If you look at Kirby, he's adorable. Everybody
Who
loves
doesn't
him.
love Kirby?
Oh my
You
god.
know, now that I think about it, Gizmo was kind of round too. and
He was.
adorable.
Oh, Gizmo.
And
He's
the
a lot
Ewoks,
softer
the
than
Ewoks,
the gremlins.
and the Ewoks. Oops, don't feed them after midnight because then it gets all kind of yucky.
Well, then they're not so soft and round anymore. So,
They're not so fluffy
that's not
either.
a difference.
They become a tiny bit more menacing, but we don't talk about that.
We don't talk about Bruno.
No.
Oh,
That is Bruno. We don't talk about it.
if this is gonna start to be
Yeah,
a musical,
Jeremy says till he got wet.
Facts. That part. Yes.
Don't give
So
him
got
water.
wet.
Don't get them wet and don't feed them after midnight.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
gosh.
The sad part is some people don't get that joke.
Watch Gremlins.
Mhm.
Honestly, just
I'm
watch
gonna
You
pass. Sorry, I
You
have
must.
never been the horror type. Neither.
Okay, Gremlins is one of those dark comedy type
It
horrors,
is.
though. It is
It's
not
cute
like
horror.
yeah.
I wouldn't consider it horror. It's dark comedy. I do see
Yeah,
horror
that.
comedy.
I don't do creepy, and I thought it was. I loved it. I
an
don't.
80s
do
watched
creepy.
it.
You can ask these two. I just don't. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
I watched it with my kids this last Christmas because it's like a Christmas one, I think, basically. Because
There
it's
is
got,
one
it's
that's
that
Christmas
Christmas one.
present.
I think the first one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
the
watched it
one
with
guy
my
was the
kids this
Christmas
year.
gift.
And they actually, my son liked it, and he's like 15, so yeah. I wouldn't let him watch something that was like really bad.
Of course.
It's
He
kind
might
of
watch it
like-
without me, but
It's kind of like miniature Ewoks meets the Tribbles from Star Trek. Because once they got wet, they started procreating, and everything went
Yeah,
all
that is
haywire
weird.
and nasty.
it's definitely weird. But it's cute.
So the look on her face says that does not help.
Yeah. It's an 80s movie. They're so hard to explain in a way that makes sense.
Just go watch it. Honestly.
Yeah. You gotta watch it. It's cute.
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
So, what else have you cosplayed?
Me, well, lately I've been cosplaying a lot of Persona because I have a group of friends that we love to do these cosplay panels. And actually, last year in Anime Matsuri, we did 3 cosplay panels. So, like, we
Okay.
arranged it ourselves, and we had like the entire crew of the game. Almost in some of them, it has like 8 to 9 people sometimes. So I was like, oh gosh, that's a lot of hosts. But we did those panels last year. So we did Persona 3, 4, and 5. 4 was our most successful one because it had people laughing their butts off on one of the games we have called the King's Game. And it's a pretty fun game. Basically, you grab a bunch of chopsticks, and then one of them is marked, and the one that's marked is the king. So basically, the king does a command. So he'll say, like, give, let's see, number 4, because all the chopsticks have numbers, and then one of them is marked. So the one that has the king will say, like, give number 4, like, number 4, give me a piggyback ride. And then whoever has 4 has to do it because the king's orders.
The King's.
What if that
Panel's
person's
sake,
not
we can
physically
get that.
able to, though?
That's kind of where my brain
Well,
went.
I
I
guess
saw
they-
this like
I
little
guess they
kid.
would ask
and-
for it in that case.
Yeah, for panels is safe. I mean, in the game, the characters, they're forced to, no matter what. Like, they can't. It's like, because they do this while they're in a bar and they're all kind of drunk. So, but it's even more funny. But for us at the panels, to keep it well, if one of us like thought the task was a bit like too much, because this is anime, it can be 18 and up, and some people can make some requests that you will probably regret for the rest of your life. So all of us had the chance to say, nope, that's too off. Like, nope.
Okay.
Hard.
So there's guidelines with it.
There's
Okay.
veto power too. It seems.
Yes, veto
Yeah,
power.
we set the guidelines
Kinda
for
got
just to keep our dignity, pretty much, and not let things get out of hand.
Keep yourselves from getting hurt as well, I assume.
Yes,
You,
but there was
you
a lot
put something. You put something on the other day about a persona like cosplay meetup that you had.
For WeebCon. So this is gonna be my first time hosting a cosplay meetup. I have been to so many of them, and they're the best thing ever. It's really fun to meet other people that cosplay the same thing as you, and you can just geek out with them. Of like, yeah, I like this about this character. Like, did you hear about this on this season? So for WeebCon, it's gonna be my first time going to WeebCon, and I'll be hosting 2 Persona cosplay meetups. So if you're going to WeebCon, go and have fun. I'll do my best.
Very
Awesome.
cool.
Good
Mhm.
stuff.
That's cool.
Very
That sounds like
excited.
fun. So
Yeah, our
what's your
Harry Potter
plan-
one's our first one too. So
Yes, so you guys have to join. I won't be there, but I'll be there in spirit from my Ravenclaw folks. So what are you planning on your table to have? Is it just gonna be all of your art for Comic Conroe?
Yes, for now it will be my art prints. I'm actually gonna have a sale on them. And I'll have stickers, pins, and if they get here on time, some t-shirts that I made recently. So
Oh, cool.
some Persona t-shirts that I'm trying out. There's this shop in San Antonio that did such a really good job at printing t-shirts. They're called Urban Print Shop, and I test printed one of these, and I was like, these look great. So
That's neat.
I made a big order on them. So I'm looking forward to selling some t-shirts. New item on my store.
There you go.
Fun.
So
Cool.
what other cons are you going to be at this year?
I'll be at Kimo Kawaii. I have applied to BACON, so I'm hoping I get in. I'm like really hoping. They haven't emailed me back yet, so I'm kind of crossing my fingers. Delta HCon, and for certain I'll be at NerdCon. I'm gonna get back.
So will I.
Cool.
Yeah.
NerdCon is really, really fun. I did
last
go
year was
to,
our first year. That was so much fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll actually have a table at NerdCon, so yay.
Yay!
Yay. Yeah, you're going to be a featured cosplayer, aren't you?
I am.
Look at you. Star power. I can't with either one of you today. No.
I wish I could go to the
So
cosplay
excited for
contest.
all y'all.
Oh, their cosplay contest was actually really good there too.
Oh my goodness. Yes, that's Soul Calibur. I cannot forget about
That was
that.
impressive.
So are you going to be a judge there, Yukita?
No, not that I know of at the moment. For all I know at the moment is that I am a featured cosplayer, and we'll have a table.
Yes.
Very
Feel
cool.
free to stop by and say hello, guys. I don't buy it. I'll probably have cookies. I don't know.
So are you
I'll take
going to, I
cookies.
know you said that the one year you were doing like just art for people. Are you going to do that for this one too?
Yes, I'll be doing Doodlemons, my little monsters, where I give you a piece of paper, you draw a doodle, squiggle, line, dash, dot, anything, and I create your very own one-of-a-kind Doodlemon.
That
That's
is a
cool.
cool idea.
Yeah, usually the kids really love that one, and I've been actually doing that at cons to the voice actors as well. Like I go to their tables and say, "Hey, would you like your own Doodlemon?" And they're like, "For me?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course." Even I try to do it to the other artists as well, because I'm like, voice actors are on the creative side just like artists are, so it's really great to just give them a fun little gift. And it also will be on Easter as well, so why not give them a nice little Easter
cool.
gift too?
There
Aw.
you go.
I love that.
That's
Well, you're
awesome.
very talented if you can make something out of a squiggle. So
Right.
well done.
I can barely
I can
draw a
make-
stick man.
I was gonna say I
Yeah.
could draw a stick figure out of it somehow. It would look like a centipede or something, but it was done. That'd be about it.
When it comes to drawing of any sort, I have no artistic talent. My daughter can paint and sketch and stuff, and I'm like, you didn't get it from me. I'm trying to draw the rose petal shape for my skirt because it's all. I'm designing it myself, the fairy cosplay, and there's no pattern for the skirt. So I'm trying to draw these petals, and I drew it 4 times. And I'm like, somebody come help me draw these petals. And it's just like this little round bottom rose petal. It's not like it's that hard, but I could not get it to look right. So it's like I
Aw.
cannot draw.
I used to have drawing journals as a kid and would draw my own anime as a journal so that my mom could like see it when she got off of work and she would be able to know what I did with my day because I would draw it in the comic book. And yeah, so yeah, I used to draw.
Oh, that's cool.
I would draw landscapes, but that's about it.
Landscapes are hard.
To me,
they're not my favorite.
people are hard. Like the face is really
Sure.
hard and difficult for me. But I can draw a landscape, nobody's business. That I can do. But
That's okay.
drawing people, that's the stick figures.
That's why I prefer the cartoony style because anatomy doesn't matter.
You know, that's
it's
true.
just more fun for
I
me.
drew mine anime style.
And you gotta have talent because the anime ones are actually really, some of those are really pretty and really cute. So
Yeah, it's tough, which is why I've been trying to do a different kind of style lately. I was trying to mimic a bit of the Persona 5 Tactica, which is like matching this little guy right here. So where it's chibi yet different in a way.
Cute.
It was a unique
Yeah.
style that caught my attention because it's still like their anime style, but with a bit of cartoon into it. I was like, this is interesting, like a very interesting style. And as an artist, sometimes, you got to adapt to other styles to get like new jobs or like commissions and stuff. But sticking to your ever so often, like the artists that can really adapt to other styles, they're incredible. I know one artist called Steve Ellis, and he is really great at his work. And it's tough, but for some artists that can adapt to other styles, that's sometimes the best skill ever. Even though your style, no matter how hard you try, your style will show in some way. No matter how hard you try to copy someone else's, your style will show somewhere in there.
definitely.
Everybody's unique. Well, I know you do other art, like from stuff, because I was getting them to hand me this. It's got my sticker collection, and this was my first sticker on here, and she gave me more at the last one. What was it? Kima Kawaii.
Yeah,
And, that's from Treasure Planet. If you don't know what that's from, you should see that.
I
It's another one of
love
those things.
Treasure Planet. It's so underrated. Along there
Right?
with Atlantis. It's so underrated.
Exactly. Thank you.
my favorite
Very
Disney
cool.
movie.
Which
I
one?
mean, it's so cool.
And that one, Treasure Planet, is my favorite Disney movie.
It's a good one. It's a really
Mine's
good one.
Brave. In case you didn't
Brave
guess.
is good. Brave is good.
That's fine.
I don't think I have a favorite because I kind of love all of them, except for the ones that I don't like because they're scary. Pinocchio scares me, okay? Pinocchio scares me a lot. I do not like Pinocchio.
I think that made my daughter scared of whales watching Pinocchio, because now she hates whales, and I'm like, since when? I'm thinking it's Pinocchio's fault.
No. Pinocchio scares me and Dumbo depresses me. I can't watch either one of them.
Dumbo I can
What's
get,
up?
but why would Pinocchio scare you?
It's the whale.
It's
and
weird.
The whale.
The donkey
and
boys and stuff. It
scary,
is
and they're
weird.
like, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I can watch it just fine, but like, I can see why it would be freaky, because my daughter did not like it. Yeah.
It's scary.
Well, if you think about it, all the Disney have an element of something to be afraid of in them.
I know, but that one's
Yeah.
scarier than most of them.
It's funny. My favorite princess is Belle, because I found her very relatable, because her dad's an inventor and she loved to read, and she was kind of like a loner, and I felt like that at the time. And then, but my favorite villain is the evil queen.
Oh no.
So that's like not the same movie at all.
Well, mine's not a princess, but Merida is mine. She's feisty.
She is a princess, isn't she?
Technically,
Tiana.
no. She's the clansman's daughter.
Mhm.
Okay, granted.
Jeremy's sister. What
What
about
about
Black
Black
Cauldron?
Cauldron?
Yes, totally underrated. Oh, that's such a good one. Oh, yeah.
And very dark. Like as a
Yeah.
kid, what was his name? The Emperor. That's what he's like.
The
he's-
Scold King. Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely terrified me when I was a kid because the
Yeah.
lighting and the darkness and the skull. I was like, this is a kids movie.
You
I
know
mean,
what?
think about it.
So good, but yes, also dark and
I mean, think
Really?
about Aladdin, or think about Lion King. You think about the scary parts that are in those.
thematic, yes, but these have a darker note to them.
Yes.
I will admit
Mhm.
that. I think
Yeah,
Tiana's
and then-
my favorite princess.
I like
Tiana and
Tiana.
There you
Moana.
go.
I'm between those two.
Those
we were
are good.
late. We work hard.
You know, when
I
I fell
just
in love with Tiana was on the Disney cruise, because the lady that was Tiana was such a sweetheart. We were cosplaying on Pirate Night, and we took pictures with the princesses. And my daughter had Pascal because she was a Rapunzel pirate themed cosplay, and she had Pascal on her shoulder. We went to dinner at Tiana's that night. She goes, "There's you and your little friend. I was wondering if you were going to be here tonight." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, she remembers us." And that just blew my mind. I'm like,
I
"I love
that
you
for
forever."
you.
aw.
So cool. And we do have a
I
Disney
know.
cruise coming up again in spring, so I'll be sharing about that one too. I'm so excited. We haven't been since 2020. Yay.
Never been. We're gonna do one
Oh,
day.
they're so fun. Oh, they're so
So,
fun.
Elena, if you have any advice for someone who wants to like do art or who wants to cosplay, what would it be?
Well, for art is one of the first things is never compare yourself to another artist. Never. Because your art is unique. And yes, like I said, sometimes you will need to adapt your style, but there are different ways that all of us can do art differently, and not everybody can copy the same style as the other. I mean, myself, yeah, there were many times that I was like, oh, I wish I could draw like that guy. But then in that mindset, you kind of forget what is it that you can do that he can't or she can't. So never compare yourself to another artist. Like, you're unique just like anybody else. Everyone else is unique in their own way. So never compare yourself. Now, with that talent, you should always try to nurture it. If you have something that is different than everyone, which everyone does, you should always keep nurturing, like keep improving your skills, always like keep pushing, because the art career, it's a tough one, just like every other creative, voice acting, music, all the creatives, acting, it's tough, but you should always keep pushing forward, just like I always try to push as much as I can to achieve my goals in the end. And for cosplay, always have fun with it. Like, don't it's really fun to just sometimes dress and be someone that you aspire to, or even be a villain ever so often. Not to say that that can be also fun to get more on the dark side of things in a pretend way. always have fun with cosplay. It's hard work if you're making it yourself, because even though I do buy my stuff, I do have to ever so often make it on my own. Like, I did cosplay as Goku before, and I had to make the hair.
Yes.
Yes, I wanted to ask you about that.
After doing it for 6 months, I got nothing but compliments. They're like, "Where did you get it? Where did you buy it?" It was like, "I made it." They're like, "What?"
That's right.
Always have fun with cosplay, and just find the same people, and hang out with the same people, and discuss what you like with others. That's the fun stuff about cosplay. You can just be the hero or the person that you aspire to, and just have fun for the day. Loosen up or change gears, as I would say.
Love it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Marissa says Elsa and Anna are her favorites, and Jeremy did a thumbs up, and you were talking about, I think, the art. When you were talking about, or the cosplay maybe. So next week we're going to have David Anime Armor, who's a musician. I have a hard time with that word. Sorry.
He does the Anime Gone Metal, and it was really. I met him at Anime Houston, and it was so cool. Actually, I loved it.
Very cool. So he'll be coming to for next week, so don't miss that. It will be pre-recorded, but it will be our regular time is when it will air. So everybody, Miss Elena, thank you for coming and joining us today. If you want to learn more about her or want to see her, you head over to her Instagram, which is Dragoony Lad. So the little @ and DRAGOONIELAD for those who are listening, and make sure to give her a follow. In the meantime, Mombi,
Thank you so much for being here, Elena. I can't wait to see you at Comic Conroe again this year. And
guys.
if y'all are at Comic Conroe, don't forget Saturday is the Harry Potter meetup. So come get pictures, say hi, and enter the raffle.
I'm working hard on this, so you better enter the raffle.
Yes, I'll share pictures once she gets it up there, so y'all can see what it is too. But y'all get up there and see for yourselves. And if you haven't had a chance to, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, ring that notification bell. Check out Yukita Cosplay on Instagram. And till next time, we'll see y'all later, guys. Mischief managed. Bye.